tieria kende Ekioge go tieria Ekioge kende
Mugusiano cia soverete ngonyara kubango kwa lentera mangana teto yengencho na ndende takatanga byo mono kemasi bali mokwire chinga kichino cyo kurigereria cyo korora mangana ngonyara kubango balentera ndende kunyulia matunga by the way to boise kwebanga kanga gwachira ari kwa comment subscription endanga gukora boge kyara kara ko lenjire ngabone yuni go kunyara kubago kwenekia kunyara kubago gotwali bagali yali okurigia gukora entere bipindi bire bingi ndende takatanga byo mono kema bali mokurigia bintu byo korarira teto kumanyinga kwana ngamo nabantu bakuru kunga living sorry kwana ngamo bakuru kunga top level niko bakunyara kubago gotebinga sleep well live well nyo gutete bintu byo korarira no bali nyisemo chankongro no bali nyisemo chirichia Westlands bako nyisemo chirichia Mombasa Road comment isabu bakuru namba yabo yesimi nyo gutete bintu byo korarira bakunya kubago kubiretera elindiri nyara kubago kwekemo na birobyo okuba manenje tokunyolia matunga abagusiti mu bese kwebanga emyake 20 suboralia nimbwate dina nendo nyo gutete ko part of balipate to gocha sedina ebe gutete ko chabego sasa corporate kindly insabo mbwate details kenya ko na manenje ni nyara kubago nyo arenge nchugo nyara kubago kubeke geteni kya wasemesa yagonyo kumore corporate nendo be nyara kubago nyora eba akuli yokolikende ekera na to gocha guita muno bosa weke bintu bitobikore mapema elindi elio tunyara kubato gutwara chinga kijire cyabene cyo kwenda kinga twatwode chinga yacho wakanya senga byamono asemya kemeronge bere anyara ko gakuba monanche ingonya kuba kwanira kigali cyeno ime kinyomba cyeno nabo igoro wanekaro mure gishuri kino kiri ngonya kama wakora timbwa timangana tatu yengencho mugani mbwata kali dakoro kunga Elijah Ongeri Michieka uchare kujya kubaga watumanya mange rero uchikunya kubaga watumanya tatu yengencho takiri tangana atara tumangana tatu yengencho bigatara tema ko manyangera ningo nende bonga kesa bali ya yogi mayabeire. Karibu sana Mr. Elijah Ongeri Michieka.
Mbeya mono sana.
Mbiyole.
Kabisa.
Good to see you.
Na nje nagokera mono
kuumira. Ayo gocha kwa bintu bya mutandao.
Oh, I'm a great follower. Ngokubwati sana.
Ndiko jagede ko mbwati.
Matuka chire. It dates back ngakia ya meka na alikuru usigo cha Nairobi. Tolega lime there is a segment kwa gatwarire ngakikite. Masonege nderete bade kurukwanga kemanyi mugosoro. Bono it happened dinga again tokeli ali gukwanera.
Obe.
It just happened. Ali kindega alime. Ngotara tuikira sakuru ku Keumbu. Togocha ego mumurageta kama kugore Messi. Chikali kirima te chagatwarire chipochi gorara soko kwa Messi geri yao. Bona borega ali mokire togotarore. Orengereti na kiuka Nairobi. Ono umururi amakungusomo zikuru gorari agachaka kuyuriyoka. Egari ime bintu kukugwera bire and then that same moment ujagotaba abantu mbare kemanyi mugoso ngotarore muntu nemesi akorie gari so I was like did you see him do that? It was very interesting kurweliu kakiyama ya matukachire from that time on na bere kingo tegerera kingo kubwatia se aso kolegasi gocha matuka yonsi mbaka kare wacha gete bono program ya atatu yengenjo every evening kwa tegerande sana.
Wow,
nyabwati mono.
Thank you.
Then next ugachoweka soko cha kwa abantu imazuwa ligete igata in an environment abantu bakore miremo kwara abori ebuku
mumenye goze mumengoro
mumenye goze mumengoro abantu bahatanda nake tuaraseka but it is very encouraging and it's very engaging injira ya mogo ikera abantu bekenyoro abantu ba kurikisemo abaguzi baito. I find it so nice.
Karibu sana. Mwana Elijah Ongeri Michieka nguyo.
Elijah Ongeri Michieka no mugusi ukinete in a very humble beginning uiboire gusi kinere tororo some tororo seitere bosiango nyagancha
yole bosiango ya no mugichora
ya bosiango bwabo getutu
bwabo getutu muturumesi gitutu masaba
yes abo no ngiboreire nande no nkinerete no nsomete primary nsomete primary ku nyagancha primary ngagende secondary ku kwa Ligoma yakabere mixed kine bono gere only girls emyaka ya magega go no naso metabu before konya ntara proceed on with college.
Okay. Bona kontyo kona to kwa nayo.
As we speak in chiro mwalimu I've been teaching for the last 22 years to be precise. Na 23 years. Na chagete 2001.
Okay. Okwara bete TSC sama tukamo.
Not TSC.
Wachagete as a teacher kitamboja kuli kuna TSC.
Kuli kuna TSC. Iko no kwe mtu kwa naiga I'm actually headed to 24 years.
Wanje ingo kwa kere miaka 20 yoboralia. Aibone yaone menga.
Ne menga kase
Okay.
And for all along na bondo jenga bana baitira sama bokaito sawa bakonyire babeire ikibabeire.
What is the combination yogosoma?
Ngosomye mulimo geography and business. Aria sengosomye Ekioge secondary school.
Okay.
Egotoka Mosobeti.
Okay.
Egesima ward.
Okay.
Abo no ngosomye boniga.
How has been your journey gukina gocha koso university gocha kogenda bona igasi wako na kisabali yabo yabe?
Biamono. It has not been very smooth. Yabe tali sabali ero so atayo ngabono bintu kire gento giachite ngubu yega. But it's a nature of life. Obugima bwana bwa primary kuna so ete primary school. Na bona kintu na bayibuli bana bonsi. Ndasa ko teba nga tingonje ti bogimanda atebe bokongu. Ku klasi yemo wika klasi bere paka klasi sana na isato kerengo te KCP. Lakini katika bere, of course maybe before that na bwate chindoto au yentongo cha kobogimo kinde klasi nye ngairu nyagitari ko ruwaligwa. And then munyagitari uri nganje bintu biri aho koranga bakamukisi ndani kora ukiguro yiga
Waranga na wanaye kangana bwa kora
kangana nya wana kora
kwanye pime kwara yakanga kora yakanga
bono ingakine akaenda okay, it's an open dispensary akabeto mwana sindani yoko boka ngijona rocha ko koreka ngoki sana kana jina yetu Ekioge ngama kwandalia sago sambira kisindani kiricha I carried so many of them kana na jiro chinka nanje bono ngende nganze kuegeria
cha tumikire ositara
tumikire kiri gutwalia ngachibogolia nganda ngaitera se egucha ngendo kiri ngesi ngachinga chibogolia ngachira to just kwenda kuena lina ki nanje konta tenje umunyagitari it was not picked on with bad intention na chibogoliti na ki
inspiration
nanje tenje mbo umunyagitari that went on like that kwenda ngana chibeka machi na chisibe nangusa machi na siara kingonyono ni nyambwa seweta naranye tonga. I mean it's something that came to me passionately. Lakini ile kingonya kusoka ko chikira 6 I got another inspiration and this time around yarabone gacha very deeply. Ndu wa the journalism club school. I joined it. Mwalimu alikuwa nsomie kesonga akantebia nga you can be a very good journalist. I changed my mind.
Izirano katika chisindani
ngachitukuta lakini chitukuta for a very long time katika chasegete bono kindoro skuru orocho na bono bugima bochi bonya kugenda iga nkate bono bakandenga nyugutete ko mu mutangazaji go so kana kora journalism ndio lige ndoko kora be very good in languages and honestly ngatema kabisa bisonge byo ne Kiswahili I was among the top students ndo kora KCP I matched the top. Litwa kole minimum 7. Actually nkanyora na nyorira marks ya maya sana. But at class 8 life took another turn. Tato minto yorenge a great support. Kangolere bitabu nje na Misiri. Kwanza namaitenga mwana atali ko nyuru. Tali kwenda ko irora. Kitole ko center term okore bitabu bia class ge ko bwati. Something happened. And then he just stopped supporting us. We are a family of 3. Toraba munyakoyomo na bamura babere. They are na bantaba nebo. I'm the last one. Ono e support iliye ka butuka. You may wonder how he's alive even to date. He is there at home. Lakini he shifted his attention to another family. Something that really had a big impact in my life. Bono ngaungu mbwana bwasalika matemwa KCP gasoka. Kanyora magisi ya maya sana. Nkarangiri wa Mosocho Cardinal. Chika kinjiri chiskuru jichaka kwanekire. Dream yana yarenge idangende kisi school. Gosengende senda Cardinal Tunga Mosocho. Lakini
my scheme makafanya kwa sorry. Nyinguse kwa.
Okay.
Yeah,
I could say ndoto yane ikachaka kudimie ngenjogete liruve liachire kuru cardinal litagete ngenda gosoma ororo. My father is not there. Akabura igo, he's no longer now supporting us. Mama taka gasinde bono echa akotegemea gachae karikaroro gake gothosomeria bono. As a result of that ngenyora nachandikire esukuru yane my dream school ekaera igo. Well, the next thing is to look for a better another school alternative. Nalina kite bono ligoma kingo enda ligoma gongo ndo rocking so devastated ngo ikoroba ngo presented my papers bama kumbuli, why are you coming here with this kind of performance? Ayo gota keiro gotoke school gete ngao. Those days it's not long anyway, but it's now coming almost to 30 years ago. Kin koso form 1 but inga bate bon nona nya liba gaga linde ka ingo tinjira mamo mi totali kwenyara bon. At that moment mamo mi to bono akachandeka sana akachaka bono kuliyinge njago to somi the 3 of us opororo bagasoera kingo kora class 9 na my brother akora form 4 bono kuchiabo masomo troji ngana agaika nera ka drop out of bono he couldn't continue beyond form 4. My brother akora form 4. My sister is in college. She had to drop out because of support ya better with the drone. Nero tatu mdona lo kolegas bono tigire yani ototigire. So we were generally, in a nutshell, we were abandoned, and that burden bono kagenda say my mother bono. That is where the whole story began. Mamo minto egento kireka mo hit like a thunderbolt. Akachaka ko progress into depression. Bono ngoso mesukuru ngashiringi 200 out of a fees almost 5,000 ninga kiyu pesa nyingi sana. Bono goseliwa kuru sukuru high school. Yani gokawa isa nom. E deputy ke kuru ali ego chicha Sorobi ngotebi gakuru ali abana bagotebi kana ki kanga wachakire so number 1, my name was at the very top. And one of those days basari siro chenjiarenge muna chire chinga kichabono inkababono no montongozeli wa day after day. And fast forward because of time linga na ikire form 1 asoma akego nagenda ka form 2 asoma akego nagenda ka, but I never stopped reading. Ibitao pero pinga bisoma sana. I go on throughout inga kia bono tata hiyo. It's completely has withdrawn our support. Reasons I don't know. He has another family. He has given all the attention. Bono tuatigiru wapo. Moro mindo tige bono drop it. My sister drop to college. Bono njiweka na atige.
Ndama demede kuli kugamba mara bamu abo. Nabantu watema kuli kumenya ngikire ubenge kwa.
All that was done. All that was done.
Mumlengo mali ngata ngikia bate disagreement babate.
Mamo minto na dato minto they are church people. Imnango kukwanera iga I have been brought up in a Christian home. Dato minto no morandia. O morandi bo ulkwe kanisa. Nchetim I have never known of family chaos or conflict. Bono, well, I really don't know. Okay, he married another woman. Who took completely his attention. Again, tiki kama koba very instrumental to us. Bono okay, ngasoma tu na nasoma te lakini nare kuguma te mwaro.
Bono kule high school yaro.
Esukuru ngakora.
Ngikuwa kwa kana balance.
Form 3, ke bonongo te form 3. Ikonsoma te chitamu wiri chyo. Ekengo accumulate, I only went to school for 2 terms. Akeli term 1 nganye kora halfway, term 2 ngimapi tinchieti. Lakini katoka kwa rama term, I was among the top students. Naanda abutamu 3, naliye sky yechite. This sky you can see if you are able to see it. Ono mwalimu ngage to ulio korangeria mali tegekogara iga to sereti nga sneak ngasoa ngachikosoa ngetikuru ebirasi maega nso class imensome. Kingo enda gotambuke sengenge kani nandoche mate sengenge kunye bwati design gete so that your sensor ngora akego ngastukia mefika hapo bono ngabwato kesa ngenge bono kambwatra ni yabo. He beat me. akang'ita ogoita okororo bono tingoruo yani I can't go anywhere tingosoka tingosoa ime akang'ita that's how this scar was
okuno nekeranya
kiri kiranya ng'agete kiagwate knot ekeranya the cane had a knot and it tore my skin. That's how I have this scar. Mono sana. That thing attracted the attention of the principal that time. Akaenda. Of course nakitenga report. Principal akambolingi why kama to be honestly speaking nale kokora gento kebe. Na aseri guire bona ngingenda ka gento keo mama konga. Yugo nya goseri uoka. Bono nataka kusinikinje gosoma. Kota iko onya goitega come. Na bona bet na chite form 4 igo. Na bona asomete igo to date. Sijawahi jua nani alilipa fee ya form 4 mwaka mzima. Ngasoma igo ngakora. Ngaeta nkanyora A grade K university. That time the government was only taking university students A minus and a B plus. I've landed bono nkenyora kinde at the cutoff abaiseke ngwanda bange P bamura barabuya bono nkenyora nonde gawo I was stuck at that grade but tingo gana university
what the B
yes
onyero kuna bakara kimumura toko
genda it was very funny bono nkenyora kinde in that state bono akore form 4 tata tayo. If I may take you back briefly, bado kinde sukuru. Ngagea mumundu agasiraka. My father came wa matanga. Elinseli nkamorori. Nkamorangeli my dad. Manyago na seli we sukuru. He made a very simple statement. Boni gatimbu atinga kinaini. Aina mangana kwantu kinde form 2. Akambudura sana. Kinde very young of course. Lakini rende ngacha anyway sukuru ya erete anyway. Kira tu akora wono na achiri isuku. I made an application. Gekukora that dream yokwenda kowa a journalist was in me. And I got a letter from Kenya Institute of Mass Communication. Liru beligaja wetere buyo box namba yesukuru na somete. Kireli kankaiga. My mother looked at it sakambuli wono liru
beligaja. Which year was that?
That was in the year 2000.
Oh, 2000.
Yes.
Okay. Kalia baka bekire bagatangazire kuri ase echire radio mwakora application.
Tukakora application nanga nyakora tenya mira.
Ene bakarangira abantu chi interview.
Yes. I was called. Nkagenda na irisa ka.
Chikora te chinya mira.
No.
In fact njye nkora te 2000.
Okay.
Era njye kwa Kenya Mass 2002. 2001 nkora te 2002 nkora.
Inje na akora telimo nkanyora liru. Nkarire dikacha bono nkairira bono mama bono ma. Kande tukware liru bembia. Kajibesa chire. That thing hurt me. Kaiwa nguru start. Tata no wale lakini bono is not with us. Aya kahera. Ngeni kari gitu myself. Bono ngatigara kabu kento ngengo kwa bono ngake sabu bono ngakinkoba. Mundu ndaja gantebia ya koraiga. Liba kobere isikobosa tiango ire magombo. Magombo market. I went there and sat down and started doing shoe shining. Kimbwata masakarango yaliriria ngundere. Ngakora gwakera abantu jirangi pakebi sukoro tonga zona kabisa 10 shillings go shine limonte gordo kwa 10. And one time umwalimu lyo ngage toyo he came and sat there ngamu shine ligoro akanga 10 bo obungi mabuga bokabayigo
jibona mwa kwandeka na moko kara nyiro tenga
nothing
no wale kuranya na mare.
Even now is there.
Okay.
And he's a teacher somewhere. Bono nkaroranga bono, you know, there is a way you look at yourself, look at what you're doing, you look at the version of your father before Otarakora class 8 and after high school, 2 different versions. It really hurts. Saa hiyo my mother gradually started developing depression because bona sinyenga omwana oyo ne abane nakikayo chako. Okay, away from that kobera magombalika ngaruonga ndakemera maate kabera ororo for some time kemere nyia junction kwenda nyamira na
manya tali moneka kanona some.
Yes
Mana ali manya tebi mo
bono magombo nona ange junction kwenda ya choko nona kwa korera ansari bono nga mundu ndagacha gantebi koraki omuntu naro tebi otaketo okoriyo omuntu kwenda mukorere gas kama te gas na hawa tete kuigure duka tata toge ndo chiko mukorere mirimo Nkataba that would be a good opportunity. Ndikijibese usingende school. Nkagenda ororo and things turned out. Dukerite chitu kororekana nkamenya omochi oyu ngakora egasi egasi ende yonsi gotoka. Nkakora emirimo yangate yontasibitie mwa. Let me tell you that bluntly. Ngakora egasi ende yonsi kurukuka. No, you can name it. Onyendo ochenga chia. Nyine chingo ngatia. Kimbwata masakara. Abana bae bangabake bakundama. Bakonte inga no mosopo. Tobwatiria machi twesibi. Such like things. Elibono ne 2000 ingi. Lakini to one kerebono ngarua bunga changa. My mother saw me kare yanka kabagenda kande mwana oyiranaka. Kingo changa I met my mathematics teacher primary akande mwana oyo. Eskure itoga neta to muntanya ko somia nya somune mwalimu BOM. Kabatebi ngari bagelio. And that's how I started going to class. Lakini bado kindobo ngobwane ngata takwenda Kenya Mass. Gasoma matukabere akantebi mwalimu akante nko apply baro bwalimu bwa primary. Matenga ndanga apply eliere reluctantly nga apply liro beri karwe regi TTC. Liachire still my mother mango ndenga ki bono kyoko nende school. How do you go to school? Kama they ibone iliro mwanja I must go to school. Boro daliri achire. I went there and went through 2 years as a P1 teacher. Ngakora. Bono ngachanka as a trained teacher. I took a school around ngachaka gosomia. After some time kagubo zigali ngotangazo rana Nyamira. I went there. Yani bono ufiritinga kanka gento ketikanga gento ngereke ngawo wakora. I tried 4 times.
Oscar.
Yes, 4 times. Toko minyoka kabisa. And that was the time when corruption was top notch. Osabujibe as openly. Tunya kobiso. Abande bali gitega, abande bali gitama goronse. Most what you naga chakamboli. How much do you have? Ngamate even fair I don't have. Iko na chirama goro. Kande ya bono koraiga pick your things go. That was the 4th time kairana. Kerenacha I really cried on the way. Ngoi kanga bado I'm still teaching makasukuru karali. But then there was the element of like again tongereke gonsamba imeyane kanga naba. One time nkagende kanisa, then a certain preacher came and he preached and said all things work together for good. That is Romans chapter 8 verse 28 thereabout. All things work together for good. And then I asked myself, does it mean that even me, all things are working together for good for me? Mother had to change mind. There is no way nyasao yongo sababotambe. Ebintu bigendere nje atali aware. Then he knows. Mother, I started settling in my heart. Gata no. Then probably God wanted me to be in this profession. Gata kwere migo. And things never stopped there. Gata ngekera sekete ngata banga tinta getinge chata to minto. Tinta timu yuwere bobe. Ilima de dayoka. Munda gacha gante binga tato minare akare Nand Hills. Ilima de bono nkesa ligete mamu aruarite yani bono there's nothing you are able yani buyambo yonka. Ngata yabano arwan look for him. Yani blindly ngaimoka.
Kuleta to mino.
Yes.
Yabana bani mino barabale.
No bale.
I'm
the last one.
The last one. Abandi babeta barabu nobale.
Nobale.
Lakini bachite wachitrain kendi yonse.
They never born later.
At least I know what training.
Inje na train it. Inje bono njete a form of training kurukunga bono kwa korege ntogete. I went to look for my dad. Just as a way ngaki still you are my father. Umatenga imuka nkanda Nandi Hills. Blind, I've never been to Nandi Hills. Nkaimuka nganine gari Songo, ngagenda all the way to Nandi Hills. Fare na apate kaira Nandi Hills town. Ngatigara na 20 shillings. First, simi timbuati. Second, tabuat simi. I'm looking for my father like that. Nyasaye bunare nyasaye. Kingo tareta street ya na Nandi Chiduka iga. Ngaromo tukuru mutu nga something told me nga kwara no musacho. It was around 9 in the morning. Ngamate yam so and so. Ngulikita to minto kwa gajama. How do you start looking for somebody like that? Kama there is somewhere. Agande ibono koraiga. Let us embark yokumuligi. Toka muligi. from 9 a.m. up to 6
Omugusi olenge.
tatu minto
Oyo.
oyo omukalenjin
Mukalenjin.
omunandi actually ngacha ngomera my father ngateba wow it has been long era bona kata takondra kurwali era imagine thing kia abantu bakureka kama they nobody has died na acha kurigi come back home.
Gote kona bate familia no bakale koma abonani.
There are some
Bali nandi.
they were somewhere again tungena tako tell you know they came home 1999 era kapatigo rea kagenda. Then the little that we had was forcefully taken. Muna boro bakuru chigusi.
Mukabagana bano bakaba.
Bono bokabawa. Again, it also worsened the situation yomong no minto. My mother was badly affected, and from that time she was never okay until she died last year. My mom rested last year, 5th of January. Until her demise, that thing took her health. Yani mamu mintaka ruarapi. Depression kills actually. So my mother could have been alive, but that thing hit him bad. You can imagine, you know, forcefully. Bono ebintu bibitara go koruka obikorire the other family in a big way. Abana boy benkeyinde bahasomire to the very end.
Matanga.
Yes, he was there. He came home. He finally came home. Yes, he is at home. Yes.
When he reached the Riole Nandi.
Yes.
Ukamwereza.
Lakini na kulan much later, he was also living a life of regrets. Yani bono is like, what did I do? But being a man, ando mugusi, I don't want to show it. I missed my children. You know, we are different. I stand on the pulpit and I talk to people. I preach the gospel. I don't want get a lot of bitterness in me. Though I was, at some point I was very bitter. Very bitter indeed. Lakini, I was very bold. 2017, it was 2018. No, 2015. He never even bothered even to call. Bono ngachanga feel again without take part in the treatment process yomong no minto ngobatole very bitter ngamuanga mu approaching ngamate yomanyete ase ikiriga tobera bantabanene for the sake of my peace and indeed the peace of my brother and my sister, we want to release you. Yani toko, we want to forgive you, because actually forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's basically for you. You want to remain free. You want to get out of that prison. Now when I'm actually felt it. Kana mwereza mune ndekinga garante everything ngabono timpu atinga kina indu ndika mohit no nera sana. Ngakuwa nayo ngamatebi yes nanga mapaka mwira baka sakwa nerete. You know, children will remember more how you make them feel than even the physical pain you cause them. Because ekentika hit you bogimagika tagoro bogimagwaito besa. But all the same, Tata came home. And until the death of our mom, he was still at home. At some point, he was taken ill. And he basically came back to us. On my, because now I was a card. Now I work on a silently at a maneti. A card up to date. You know what? Go to hospital. Only to find that the card is up to date. The same children, but now neglected, they are the same people who are actually coming for my rescue. And he was operated on, and he is strong. Yes. Yes.
The father wounds. Igera mauti na arabu amakongo sana.
Amakongo sana.
Mauti na arabu, tumaiti go sabwene, go stara bwena, go siga go chene ndairana.
Yes.
Igera nkuru makere.
Ngekoro sana.
Ngakibono isabali yo kubwena na kumwabera.
Gradual.
Ose kwaberana.
Gradual. It has been gradual. Bonenge do kia go to itamono is the fact that, you know, when you look at your mom, her mind and memory ekonya ko diminish day after day. Aikasa mama ka memory ekasi disappeared. yani bono takunyuriti takumanyiti yani nelinga mogamba naere buya boni in the next minute she has forgotten. Lakini gradually and with the help of God and with the help of prayers n'abasande baitu mbari batuikirange sana. I want to be very particular about that. There are uncles of ours who are very, very close to us. They are brothers, actually first cousins. He has only one blood brother, but he has first cousins who are very, very close to us. And they have my mom. Whatever she has gone through has been caused by the presence your family. You know, it became so difficult even to interact with them. It became so hard. No kuabera nako. Yani no kukuana ni kuabe gase sana. Because sometimes okumuliriga kwenyora muna muarenge biya fisi zale ko babora. All of a sudden that same people wakagera mukabo what you are. Muna my brother is actually has really struggled with bitterness. Karoma tata na ero gerete ngati school. Kango chingale gendeka because riru wendi akitakiri kuru Kericho Teachers College. If I have not forgotten, agenda ko somero walimu wa primary ngaki yo mate bakaire up to D plus na C minus ko somero mwana wa P1 but ngori ko muira lende bona bere gas patrendo kwa buri swali ngaki naki how is the healing has been gradual. I want to be very gradual, and up to this moment I can remember the past without bitterness. Why? Because I chose to let go. I chose to let go for my own benefit, because unforgiveness actually is like drinking poison and then expect another person to die. So it is for your good, and I chose that path. And since the demise of our mom, he is just around. He comes to yani as though nothing is there.
Family interact.
Nadra sana. It is actually sorry to say this, but I'll say it anyway. Njena yako warora. In the course of the health of our mom, soete nyumba ya mamu mindokera kuwete. On that day, 5th of January 2025, is when that lady actually came to the house of our mom. But ngumena natore tokwanani. Bono a lot happens, and a lot is said. I know you understand. As anytime we family yakabere achire, a family nende inaumia sana. Na anda zinge njoro mosomi webuku yani usikulike even the original intent ya Nyasaye. It was one man, one woman for life. Anywhere close to the Bible, along the Bible, there is not a single man who had another family who had peace, including Abraham, the father of faith. Even Sarah, you introduced you as Abraham for the sake of your banyore here. Later on, it turned out to be difficult. As a tayo, nowhere, because love is ripped off irreparably. So, they choose to let go and move on for the purposes otherwise
Mr. Elijah,
yes. 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 I'm married to Pauline. We are turning 17 years this year. That was in 2009. And my all parents were there, my father and my mom. They all came. But you manyanga go igachite bado kare wherever he was. Lakini nyangi ero nakite. Tulifanyia harusi hapa Nairobi, Dagoretti.
Okay.
So I am very deliberate about my family. What I have seen in my family or in our family, what I've seen my mom go through. So let me tell you, right in your eyes, I wouldn't want my wife to go through it. I will never want my wife and our 3 children go through the same. Actually, we are 2 brothers and a sister. I have also 2 sons and a daughter. I wouldn't want a similar thing to happen to my children. And we have chosen to deliberately end. You know, they saying it will end with us. I have a family, and I thank God the far God has brought us. And then
Chiriru mwe ukwana koronga na bobwate ubunyasai mesana. Kwana ngasini. Yarama tenge kina bomonda ma tebe tuko iweka rambo tinga muntu butera abantu mutwe.
Yes.
Na bomwe tibigoche kero borobori bogoche kwa butura abantu mutu kwa kole binte. Nekero mwana aro munganya ago etere binte bikong.
Yes.
Nyamana na yesa ta ko mutinda chiranse. Arati achoka mnyokia abantu amoja kebeno kabobi.
Honestly speaking, the foundation we were given by that same father. Yes, he was. I can even remember some of the preachings he used to do in our church, full gospel churches of Kenya. Moturumezi. Omorandi P, number 1. I remember, I can't forget that. There's a time he preached from Habakkuk 2, verse 2. I stand. Then inaso murubiri. Ninyoleta sana. Niko hapa, nimesimama katika mnara. Ili tinelia kukwana ese Kiswahili. Alizungumza hilo neno sana.
Wana matoka wana mwabera nile nguru ngo morandi nga kibono wachitukaba.
He doesn't want to listen to that.
Yani,
no. You know, if there is something that will be hard for me or for any other person, no kumuinyulia such. Aruetoro. He's just at home. No, he doesn't drink. And I thank God for that. He doesn't drink. Arona ya tigete. Na ya tigete kabisa bono nkali. Kabisa. You know, that's one thing I celebrate anyway, if I may say.
Wanangu ngakikoro konyora abana bago school kenu goru mwalimu high school.
Yes.
Kero konyora abana bago bati school fees bagwate mechando. Makigende kigo konya kulia. Kera bona eto meta bali mani bali bago kwana bobesana.
Yes.
Ano lingo wake ibogo.
Yes.
Abani bali bago kolesinga nchuko tamanya.
Yes.
Aibono wetira makulia. Kero koro mwana goja tabati school fees. Injira kigo konya kole ngencho konya kuboko baten differently.
So thank you so much. Much later na chitenkalani nga kumbe Mungu alikuwa na sababu ya kutaka mimi niwe mwalimu. Because I don't regret being a teacher. And probably if I could have become a doctor, or if I could have become a journalist, probably like you are, maybe what I have been able to do by today, singekuwa nimefanya. Na asomni chiskuru, now this is both in private and public. This is now my 7th school. Kurunaka soeto walimu. All along, ntongrenete beti. Mwana okurukwa onde bwensi. I've even headed the school. I've even I have headed 3 private schools, primary. Abayiboli bago chabako bisbande vinga. Kitimbu atibese. Timbu at school fees. Nganjire chibese chinyonyolo by this time. Let me tell you, throughout the time I have held an administrative post, sikuwa ifukuza mtoto nyumbani. Na the records are straight. Hakuna wakati tulikuwa na area za school fees hapa nyuma. Naonyesha Muiga. Sit down with this parent, kuwa na nere, iwana. Dibango kosere liyo mwana. Make sure nga kualikire nsenga by this time, na koreke ntuki kana letri chibesa. And they were very faithful. If there was something difficult to me, is to go to class, so mo mwana elieta amotinga bono gendaka. Very hard. In my current school, I hold the office of guidance and counseling. Children come there. Silently, I call the parent. And the king anjire ndete jibesa mambi. No lishuwa nga mambi koleta. Naenda nate yo mwalimu mo deputy nga koranje. Omwana oyo twakwana na nyina jibesa ngoleta mambi. Sometimes ba fail koleta, but later on ba chireta anyway. In a way, not to see this child was chandika na chandikete. There are times of course into biko bikongo sana Sorobi. Biko konga sana. Chipesa na bojiko actually. Lakini onyege ntongera roge kondo ma P to the core is to see a child go home because of fees. Abande ba achire who have had similar challenges like mine. Tanga tato mintu kurua this is the 4th year tujaimuona. Mama mwapatali kwe nyara. Bono kuminga, how do you assist such a child? It becomes sometimes hard. Inabidi saa zingine unakuwa kama go between unaenda unaongea kwa office unaambia abana tafadhali really nge record ya maiga na agakanire at some point egekerega kakyo tari kwa ba some time tuwarigirio muiburi tu amate ikoranje in as much as mo akata iyo nkwancha kware ngori yinge no leta no ne chinko even if you pay your fees in kind abanda batenga akini mbati jibando teo no leto mwana likeru as long as you mwana tegale school. That's what I do.
Tuchukuru muri buri buri tsukurira to kwana mona Elijah Michieka mugano ni goro murito tataga tangambye muno kemasi bali mwabere mu kurigireria bali mwabere mu like bali mwabere mu comment tataga tangambye muno kigima nete kubolia abantu ngonya kukulia ibintu byokora the top level sleep well live well mbabwate bintegera bakanya kwabaga kwa ene kiringa kwa binyorire namba yabo yesi minore sawo bakire unyara kuboko nyore bintu byabo no bara sumu chune Robin Kong Road ali Upwood ali ground floor boko nyora jinsi mo chirichia Westland tengana Naivas supermarket ngenda the mall unyara kuboko nyore bintu bakanya kabako namba yabo yesi minore sawo bakire unyara kuboko binyora utochi kuliko kora ndikunyera abantu nga by the way ni mwate myaka 20 ngokera yoko basuboraria na ndonyo gutegete kuliko banyamange kanya kubwati gaiga unyaka nyora more details na kunyara kuboko kuba gati abali nyabere ngolente bintu kuba ko kuba senia nyara kuba mona inchi ndete kuchikulingo gukora kubori Elijah Michieka ebintu bitatu wasomera so imo gutokora
egende getangani fathers wherever you are you hold nini mubwate nini mole chipiri chisiro chienka nayo ragere enka ya etenene osenka ya egwe mondo tai yora korregenti that is an undelegatable responsibility nayo ragere enka ya etenene egento kende I'm still calling upon fathers. There are so many mentors iska mentors. You can be mentored by anybody, but you are the only person who can model what your son or your daughter is going to become in this life. Nobody else can do that. There's a difference between model and mentorship. You can be mentored by anybody, lakini naye taataye, naye orage ro mwana wacho ko begento get in life. You are the model. You are the one your son or your daughter will copy. Negento kia gatatu obogi mobo bwansomirie gentekemo let go and let God. Kaenya sai libaga. He is the only one who can heal us completely. Sometimes nikiangalia maisha ya Joseph, it's not very far from my life. I wish you had all the time. Joseph, with all the pain na eterete oboruburia eterete bwensi buna chandre all the way mpaka kacha wikera sakoba, he had every reason and the power to bring those people down. Lakini he said something recorded in Genesis 50:20. You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. And that is the testimony of my life. Nga no nyekero kende bali baro chenga enga yeto nkogwere. Right now, nashukuru Mungu. We meet, we love, we greet. Inu maybe kwa rengere tinga nkogubare, kwa rengere tosengo tago katuwa rengere lakini Nyasaye meant it for good. And finally, until you become deliberate about moving on, you will remain the quagmire of unforgiveness. And that one will affect you more. Ayobogoriti gente kyukobugo monto uri olisikali. Oyo kokosrete tainyoriti naye okoba deliberate. You get yourself out of that pain of life. Thank you so much.
Andongwita baramangana iska hoega. Elijah Michieka very shonge mechine menge. Akuri kipindi kigaba gwitira mariga. Bale bono igaisa batigire sai. Barora batigete. Bali twacho kuna mahote. Lakini ngata kama ngara nyara kwa okwana. igachorete kwabera no kwabera uko kwarentira maonchilde ene bona kwa nabia ata ba yusu bagatabanga ibimwa bikorete asinga nchiyo bera kinyo mano byonchoire asobuya ana mbere chinga mandalo bakuwoche mangana ya karokende chinga kijine chindoro more kasi mo kwa neto kwabera lakini uno singiaga rumugano ngobuno yego chinga kinga bune yega gocha smole nyamangana akoko kenya go siniri to like to comment kwana nkonsabe nga kibipinde bikolenta monjo dia sogi mabwino njira kibiko bago sege taje kibiko bago semeli kenga kitu akante mo rebelionde takatanga mbi moro kima buleta nje kunga Sorobi matuli rastas
Ekioge Yetieri kende Ekioge go tieria Ekioge kende